And thanks for coming back, joining us right here on Double Talk. Mark, Steffen.
We're always surprised. This is Michael Mandel. And you too could have your advertising right here. You know, think about the good your advertising does to this show. If you have advertising this show, more advertising you have, less you see of us. So that's a pretty good thing.
Yes, it just encourages us.
We have a viewership. Actually, our viewership is countless.
That's true.
It's countless.
Because nobody has.
Yes, I counted them.
But you know, we also stream live on the internet. You can see us worldwide.
We do. That's why we're wearing these festive, warm clothes. So those people who are watching our show in Minnesota, I hear, Minnesota is, we have a big viewership in Minnesota.
Well, I know we have people in Connecticut that watch.
Yeah, well, Minnesota too. Hi, Connecticut. Hi, Minnesota. I think you've heard of the Minnesota death trip. A lot of people stuck in their cabins in the winter, have nothing to do, and then they commit suicide. Oh. This could help.
I've heard of the death couch. But we'll talk about that later.
Oh, the death couch.
The death couch.
Oh.
We'll be talking about the death couch in a few minutes. It actually eats people alive. But
we're done with newspapers, aren't we?
We're finished with them.
Yes.
Even though we didn't see the,
what did we
we're
see?
actually not done with newspapers.
Oh, we have more.
Because newspapers, and we have a picture of one.
We did. They saw a picture.
They're going away.
This is what a picture looks like of a newspaper.
People now are reading newspapers on the internet, and the newspapers were dumb enough to be giving it away for free.
Giving what away? Newspapers.
You can read the newspapers on the internet for free. Except now some newspapers have finally wised up and are charging for it. Like the New York Times is starting to charge for their newspaper online.
The trouble with reading a newspaper online, if you drop the newspaper and it falls into the toilet and it's your computer, that's not good.
Well, no, I like a newspaper. I like to be able to open it up.
I do too.
I like to be able to do the crossword puzzle, Sudoku.
Sudoku. I try to do the crossword online. And you can only do one because then your screen gets all messy. Yeah. It's horrible.
It's hard to erase, too. Newspapers are a great thing. We don't want them to vanish.
Where's our thing about the common cold? We're always like right on top of things because everybody's sick.
It's true.
This time of year, the Sun News had a story about the common cold, which is good. Chris Minnick, who was, no, that's a different thing. This is about, everybody knows little myths about the cold because nobody likes to get colds. There's nothing you can do about them. It's a virus. We know that antibiotics can't cure them. It can only help. There you have magic Oriental girl who can breathe fire.
No, that's when you sneeze, particles of wet particles of mucus and saliva fly out from your mouth at about 60 miles an hour.
So wear a seatbelt next time you.
So please cover. You're supposed to cover.
You sneeze because the kickback of 60 miles an hour stuff that could hurt your head.
You could get whiplash.
Although she looks like she's creating galaxies there.
That's true. But it's a nebula.
One of the things, it seems like everybody's washing their hands. There's this argument that we are a nation that is too germ conscious, and therefore we wash our hands all the time. We are currently in a building where on every student's desk there's sort of one of those liquid emulsified things that you wash your hands and it evaporates. Right. And that's to keep kids from passing germs on. Holding your nose rather than having it go into the air. Of course, do you realize if your theory that the sneeze comes out at 60 miles an hour and she's holding that Kleenex should be blown clear of her face. It should just go 60 miles a minute.
You don't want to pinch your nose because you could cause a rupture someplace in there.
You could sneeze from your eyes.
You could.
You could have an early lobotomy.
You could. Now,
I've already done that.
There's a lot of myths about colds.
There are.
One is that you can catch a cold by standing out in the cold or in the rain. You can't do it.
What's rain?
Standing out in the rain, standing in the cold. You cannot catch a cold by doing that.
You could try.
Now, if you're already almost getting a cold and you stand out there and weaken your immune system,
that'll do it.
Then it allows opportunistic infections to come in.
I believe that we're almost always about to get a cold.
That's
true. We are always full of germs, and we have to mollify it and ameliorate it or mitigate it.
If you touch money being about the filthiest thing there is.
Well, basically it has cocaine on it.
Yeah, true. Most $20 bills have cocaine on them, residue.
That's why I never have money.
And so pretty much if you touch anything somebody else has touched, you should wash your hands. A doorknob, a dollar bill,
right. So
a computer screen, a remote control. It's everywhere.
You wash your hands in the bathroom, right?
Yes.
Then you push the door in a public bathroom. Then you push the door
to
leave.
No.
Where do you use your elbow?
Usually,
your ass.
I hate the bathrooms where you have to grab the thing and open it like this. filthy doorknob.
I see you use your mouth. You
I use the paper.
You bite it. That's
I use the paper, then I just let go of it. If they have a trash can there, so be it. But you have to be careful.
Yes, especially in public restrooms. You can catch other things in public restrooms.
Well, that's true. That's
Keep your feet within your stall, whatever it is.
That's true.
Just
and do you do the hover technique above the toilet seat?
The hover technique?
Or you just hover above? I know women who do that. They'll just hover above the toilet seat.
You have visual proof?
No, I'm willing
this is anecdotal story.
I'm willing to take their word for it.
Really? Oh, the hover technique. That's good too. You can wipe your whole ass. I mean, everything. I mean, not just, just all around it.
You've seen those self-cleaning toilets?
Yes. Oh, the ones the little thing comes around the...
It's like a bidet. Not cleaning the toilet itself. It cleans your rear end.
Oh, yes.
It's like a bidet. It squirts water up there.
It's made by Toto Toilets. It is my favorite toilet company.
Oh, really?
Those of you can write in and tell me your favorite toilet companies. Toto is my favorite toilet company. They produce a bidet that you can attach to your toilet. Is that what you're talking about?
No.
I'll get you one. When's Christmas?
Not long.
Not this year, next year, maybe.
Oh,
it's too late. It's a Toto Toilet bidet. You can get. Would you like the one with the warm water, or just cold?
I like not only warm water. I like the seat to be warm too.
They have that.
Yeah,
that's the same.
That's what I want.
The same company does that. Everything for the part of your body that you least pay attention to.
Yes, there's nothing worse than sitting down in the morning on a cold, icy toilet seat.
You could think of nothing worse than that.
No, well,
I will try to do something.
When I'm doing it, it's hard to think of anything worse.
Yes, well, it wakes you up, doesn't it?
It does, unfortunately. Yeah.
Well, cold toilet seats. Oh, but that's not. But do you ever sneeze from that part of you? No.
I won't tell you.
No. Well, good. Don't do it now. Well, you had some more. Did you have some more myths? You're sitting there with your myth.
Well, here's another myth.
List of myths.
That a cold can be cured by antibiotics. And first off, a cold can't be cured. The way you cure a cold is to prevent getting it in the first place.
Mitigate the symptoms. No, that's not how you
a cold is
get rid of it.
First off, a cold is a virus. So antibiotics don't touch a virus whatsoever. Viruses have no cure. Right. A virus just has to ride itself out.
That's right. You know what? If a virus is in your blood, right? Just as bacteria is in your blood, right? Leeches.
Leeches?
Leeches, if they're sucking out your blood, they're sucking out the virus. Or what you could do is, here's a way to be civic conscious and cure yourself at the same time. Go donate blood. Donate blood.
Yeah.
You give out your blood to somebody else. By the time your blood gets to that person, the virus is going to get bored and fall asleep and die, and they'll have antibodies from your body. So you're looking at more facts here. Either that, or you got bored with what I was saying and you started to.
I'm sorry, were you speaking?
Yes.
No. Well, how about the thing, the chicken soup? You got a cold, have some chicken soup.
Chicken soup is good.
Apparently, there's something in chicken soup that actually does help cure your cold.
You know what that is in chicken soup?
What is it?
It's magic.
Chicken soup.
It's magic. Yes, chicken soup works. So those of you who are worried about that. Also, we have to worry about people here. I'm trying to be a kind guy here and talk about those of us who need help during the winter. Do you want to get onto that, the Chris Minnick thing? The blanket jacket drive is underway now to give to the people who need jackets and blankets.
Yeah, to help keep you from getting sick.
I need extra blankets, and I have something that I ostensibly call heat at the house. Of course, I keep it way below. I don't want to
I'm sure you have some blankets you could spare too, Michael. And blankets and jackets. If you have any you can spare at home.
I give them to the needy. If I get cold, I wear them.
Take them to the health office on,
those are cute.
On the corner of Solano and Spruce. Blankets.
We could sell these here. We want to just sell these. How much do we hear for these blankets? Going once. Okay.
No, they're free. We're giving them away. Well, we're not. But take them to the health department at the corner of Solano and Spruce between the hours of 8 to 5. Go in the north door. Any jackets, old jackets, your kids outgrow jackets all the time. You take those jackets, or if you've got a nice Armani jacket, Michael, I'm sure
I do.
You do. I could donate it, please.
My fur coats. I could do my fur coats because you don't need a fur coat.
You got a mink stole?
I stole one.
Okay.
But the health department wants you in their north door because they probably figure you're coming in with colds and they don't want to get the other people who come in the south door sick.
Yes.
So it's a health department.
Take your blankets, take your jackets to the health department. Donate them for those who need them worse than we do.
Worse than we do. We're wearing short sleeve shirts. What do we need a blanket for?
Well, it's chilly in the studio.
It is a little chilly here.
It is.
Bring your blankets to our place. We need your blankets. Come on, bring them in. We're freezing here.
Well, believe it or not, all TV stations or studios have the air conditioning on, 365 days a year to keep the equipment
Yeah,
cool.
but we work in a sweatshop.
That's true.
A cold sweatshop. We live in a cold sweatshop. Another thing that's going on, this weekend? Not another, where we've had, you could take that health department thing off. Thanks. The Mesilla Valley Bicycle Coalition is having a drive to provide, is it only homeless people?
Well, no, needy people who don't have lights for their bikes,
Needy.
who ride at night.
Obviously, if you don't have a bike for your light, you're needy. You need a bike for your light.
Absolutely.
So this guy, you can actually see, but very few people get backlit sunscapes or sunsets behind them, so you can see that guy. But if it weren't for the sunset, you wouldn't see him, and you'd run him over, and then you'd be sad, and he'd be hurt.
Well, we've already had one bicycle fatality in Las Cruces so far this year. The fellow
know about my wife?
The fellow was riding his bike at night. He didn't have a light. He didn't have a helmet either. And
Not like this guy.
And he was struck by a car and killed.
Then a flying saucer.
Then the three women driving the car fled the scene. They were later captured and apprehended and
all
charged
three of them,
with
all three
felonies.
have been indicted.
Yes, they face felony charges.
My wife also had a biking accident, but it wasn't due to getting run over. It was due to another car.
Oh, really?
I had a biking accident when I broke my ribs.
Broke bones.
I took air, and the air hit me back. So that kind of worked.
So anyway, if you they're giving this today, Saturday.
Today's Saturday at noon.
At the Community of Hope and at the Gospel Rescue Mission.
Pam Angel, I think, is running this. Pam Angel.
12 o'clock today. Bike lights will be given to needy riders of bicycles.
Ride tight, ride bright.
Ride
Pam Angel is the head
right.
of, what is it, the Community of Hope?
Community of Hope.
Pam Angel is a great disco dancer.
Really?
So I don't know, if you go over to the Community of Hope, ask Pam Angel to do some disco dancing, otherwise, and tell her I sent you, and then we'll go and have a disco party there. It'll be fun. Get a light
turn
and
on
go
the
disco.
headlights like disco lights.
So ride bright, what is that? Ride right, ride bright, ride tight.
Also tonight, Midnight Movies, you'll see some unusual and bizarre films that you'll never see anywhere else.
Quite a melange.
A melange and a collection of short films of various lengths. Some are just like 4.5 minutes.
You have homonyms of the word unusual.
And
bizarre, weird, strange.
Yes, and they're free of charge. Just turn it on, get a beer, get some popcorn, sit back, relax, and watch Midnight Movies. Well, that's all the time we have, Michael.
It is.
Time flies,
so
doesn't
quickly.
it, when you're doing television?
We'll probably see you next week, or you'll see us. We don't know how TV works.
Right here on Double Talk.